morning and welcome to the Sunday service. Before we start the service, I want to say a few words regarding about our temple. Our temple meaning meditation center, meditation area. About you will see, looks new this part especially. So I have to say thank you to somebody else. The person did not mention. Person doesn't like to mention the name who donate this beautiful tatami for us. So it's a lot of money, and the person said just pray for me only. So when we are doing meditation, please, when we are doing meditation and when we are doing this all the work, we always pray for that person, especially because it's wonderful. I think after 25 years later, we did this one. Before that, it was almost 30 years old, I believe. Right now, it looks new, brand new. And last Sunday, all the people helped to remove this one and fix the new one. So thank you for everybody again, thinking about everybody will meditate. And I like to invite to the Subodha to lead the meditation. So after meditation, Venerable Rathanasara is going to give a Dhamma talk today.
Let's get into a comfortable position. Close our eyes. And take 3 long, deep breaths. And now let's develop metta, goodwill, loving kindness, beginning with ourselves. This is a sincere wish, a wholesome desire for our true and lasting happiness. We might think to ourselves, may I be happy, may I be peaceful, may I be free from stress and pain, free from suffering. May I live with a heart and mind unburdened by greed, by aversion, by delusion. May I always look after myself with ease. And then we extend our goodwill, our loving kindness to our family, our friends, our teachers, mentors, and guides. Those that we love, those that we admire, those that we respect. May they be happy, peaceful, free from stress and pain, free from suffering. May they live with hearts and minds unburdened by greed, by aversion, by delusion. May they look after themselves with ease. And then we extend our goodwill, our loving kindness to our acquaintances, those that we like but don't know so well. May they also be happy, peaceful, free from stress and pain, free from suffering. May they live with hearts and minds unburdened by greed, by aversion, by delusion. May they look after themselves with ease. And then we extend our goodwill, our loving kindness to those that we have difficulty getting along with, those that we have difficulty admiring or respecting, even those that may call us enemy. May they also be happy, peaceful, free from stress and pain, free from suffering. May they live with hearts and minds unburdened by greed, by aversion, by delusion. May they look after themselves with ease. And so in this spirit of admirable friendship with all beings, we extend our goodwill, our loving kindness outward in all directions, in front of us, behind us, to the right and left of us, above and below, outward into infinity, to all sentient beings everywhere. May we all be happy. May we all be peaceful. May we all be free from stress and pain, free from suffering. May we all look after ourselves with ease. And so now, with our hearts and minds uplifted with the metta that we have cultivated, let us now turn our attention to the breath. Ardent, alert, mindful, setting aside greed and distress with reference to the world. We breathe in, we breathe out. As we breathe in, we pay attention to the breath, noting if the breath is long or short, deep or shallow. And then we do the same with the out-breath. And we might ask ourselves, what kind of breathing right now would be especially gratifying, satisfying, and see how the body responds. Oftentimes, we get involved in the process when we don't need to. Sometimes all we need to do is let the body breathe the way it needs to right now. So find a place in the body where you feel the breath most easily and settle your awareness there. And see what kind of breathing the body needs as it breathes in, as it breathes out. Whatever thoughts arise in the mind, whether they be thoughts of the past or of the future, daydreams, fantasies, anxieties, whatever it is that might emerge in the mind. When you know that the mind is wandering away to those kinds of thoughts, return to the breath. It might help to reward yourself with an especially gratifying breath for having the mindfulness to return when the mind wanders. And understand that you can return to the breath as many times as you need to. That every time you find yourself wandering and come back, that in itself is an act of mindfulness. Developing the skillful qualities that allow one to develop skillful effort, mindfulness, and concentration. So set all concerns aside. Allow your sole occupation for now to be the breath. Continue to meditate in this way until you hear the bell.
Rathanasara is going to give a Dhamma talk. He's the youngest monk, our temple, and I think his second Dhamma talk today.
Third.
Correct?
Third one.
Okay. So you can start Rathanasara your Dhamma talk right now.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namami buddhaṃ gunasāgaraṃ sattha sada hontu sukhi avera kāyo jigujjo sakalo dugando gaccampi sabbe maranaṃ aham ca. I pay homage to the Buddha, I pay homage to the Dhamma, I pay homage to the Sangha. For the first time, for the second time, and for the third time, I pay homage to the Buddha, pay homage to the Dhamma, and pay homage to the Sangha. Good morning, everybody, and Most Venerable Abbot of the International Buddhist Meditation Center, and all other Dhamma teachers and friends in Dhamma. Today, first of all, I wanted to tell you good morning, everybody. So today, I was thinking to give a Dhamma talk in different topic. I remember the last 2 times I gave a Dhamma talk regarding how to control our anger and why the anger arises in our mind. So what are the reasons and how we can control the anger? So I gave a one-time Dhamma talk regarding that topic. And another time I gave a Dhamma talk the benefits or outcomes of the Metta-Anisansa Sutta, which called loving kindness meditation. If you practice the loving kindness meditation in right way, in honestly, so you can get many kind of benefits, results or outcomes through the loving kindness meditation. I gave a Dhamma talk regarding that 2 topics. But today, I'm going to talk about a little bit different topic. I was going to the school after I came here after 2.5 years ago. So I met some friends in the school, and when we have the free times, so we were talking about the religious. That was our topic. So one of my friend, he was talking about, when I was giving him and explaining about the Buddhism, he talked to me and he spoke to me. I learned a little bit about the Buddhism. I heard so many Dhamma talk through the Buddhism, but all the times, all the monks, everybody, they are talking about there is nothing in this world. Always Buddhism, always talking about the impermanent. They're not talking about how to build up our life as like Superman life. Always talking about life is impermanence, there is nothing in this world. Always talking about that topic. Then, that time I spoke to him and I explained to him, no, Buddhism is not like that. That is the nature of the world. There's nothing permanent in this world. That's the truth. You know, isn't it? You know the truth. No one can stop getting decay, getting old, getting die. No one can stop. That's the real truth of the world. I explained to him and I talked to him. There are so many suttas Buddha uttered to make the lay life as a householder, make it like a supermental life. I talked to him. There are so many sutras. I explained to him. There are so many sutras, Kalama Sutta and Sigalovada Sutra and the Parabhava Sutra and the Vyagapaja, so many sutras explain about how to make you as a lay life, as a lay person, as a householder, to make their life as a better life. I explained to him. Then yesterday I was thinking to what kind of topic I need to give tomorrow. Then my mind said, so you need to talk about that topic. So then I decided to give a Dhamma talk regarding as a lay person, as a householder, how we can make our life as a better life. So that's why I decided to do that one. In Buddha's teaching, Buddha explained this sutta actually belongs to the Anguttara Nikaya. In Anguttara Nikaya, this sutta belongs to the Anguttara Nikaya. This sutta called Vyagapajja Sutta. That's the name of that sutta, Vyagapajja Sutta. That means the condition of well-being, happiness in this life and hereafter. That's the teaching of that sutta. So as you are lay people, as householders, you are having with your wife, your husband, your babies, your parents, you are struggling sometimes with so many problems. The first thing, if you wanted to make your life happy, you need what? What you need? What you need? If you wanted to make your life happy, what you need? Yes, that's the first one. That you need money, right? If you don't have money, how you can make your life happy? No. If you wanted to buy a luxury vehicle, you need money. If you need to buy a luxury house, a better house, if you need to dress something like nicely, if you wanted to take a nice shower, so you need money. If you have money, you can make your life very happy. So that's the Buddha explained about as a householder or lay person, you need money. The Buddha explained in that sutta how you can make money in 4 ways. Buddha explained 4 factors, 4 forms as in this life to make your life happy. The first one is, Buddha explained about, the first one is we call Uttana Sampada. The Uttana Sampada means the accomplishment of the effort. That's the first one. Keep in your mind, the first one is Uttana Sampada, the accomplishment of effort. So Buddha explained, as you are lay people, as you are householders, you need to do and you need to earn money in righteous way, not the wrong way. People in this world, not only the Western countries, in same thing in other Asian countries, I know in my country also, most of the people, they are looking forward to get the easy money in easy way. That means like stealing, killing, and having sexual misconduct. There's so many easy ways to get some money, you know. If someone sells some kind of drugs, he can be a good rich person within 2-3 months, you know. But Buddha never appreciate, Buddha never accept those kind of dealings or those kind of things. Buddha totally, completely rejected those kind of jobs or those kind of careers. And Buddha admires, as a lay person, as a householder, you need to earn money in righteous way. Buddha explained 5 things, or 5 or not, 6 ways to earn money as a righteous way. Buddha explained, the first one is farming. And the second one is trade, and third one is I don't remember the third one. Let me. And but the explained third one is cattle rearing and architecture, public services, and other craft. Those are the 6 factors Buddha explained as a lay person, as a householder. You can do those kind of jobs to earn money as a righteous way. So I believe in here, no one is doing farm, no one is doing the cattle rearing, no one is doing any other job. I believe those are this kind of people belongs to the other craft. But I know 2 of them here, they are doing the public services. And I know Ananda and Tiffany, You both doing the public services as a social workers, and others are the people. You doing what you doing. Other you belongs to the other craft. That means you doing your own businesses, right? So Buddha appreciate and Buddha accept to do this kind of business to earn the easy money. And also Buddha rejected 5 kind of things do not to do and do not sell these kind of things. The first one is selling weapons. Do not sell the weapons. Buddha reject that. Another one is do not sell the poisons. Another one is and do not sell the animals for meat. And other one is do not sell your body to get some money. And I don't remember the last one. And the poisons and the weapons. And other one is do not sell the drugs or alcohol. If you sell this kind of thing, silently you killing others' life. If you sell think about a little moment. If you sell some drugs, you don't think I'm killing one person's life. But normally, silently, if you sell the drugs, that means you killing their whole family. A lot of people here, if someone use the drugs, they get in so many problems with mentally, So after they using the drugs, that's the Buddha thing. That's the Buddha uttered. Do not sell those kind of things to the people. And Buddha explained, you have to earn money in righteous way. Those are the factors. I believe you are doing the same things, and also some people, and here and in my country, I remember many people, they are stealing and killing their life and taking their life and they stealing to get rich. That's not good way teaching in Buddhism. Buddha totally rejected, but don't do it. And in the 5 precepts also Buddha explained. The second one, do not steal. And the first one is Buddha explained, do not kill animals or human beings. That's the Buddha explained in the 5 precepts also, virtues or morality also, not to do that one. So as you are householders and as you are lay people, you need to earn money to make your life happy. Otherwise, you going to be so many problems if you don't have the money. You are not like a monk. You doing like normal life, right? The monks, they are going like a spiritual life. They are following the spiritual life. As you are lay people, you also can follow the spiritual life. But first of all, you need to earn money to make your life happy and your family members make them happy, right? And the second one, and also, if you don't start any kind of jobs or career, you have to start first. That means it's in the Buddha explained, Arakama Dhatu, if you don't have start to earn money with any jobs, with any career or any business, try to start it. It's belong to not to start your business. If you think, think about today is the Saturday, right? You going to somewhere party, right? You go to somewhere party, you going so many blast. I mean, you cannot wake up tomorrow. The Sunday service is here. You think, oh, I'm so tired. I don't want to go today to the Sunday service. Don't think about that. So try to make you full of energy, effort to come to the temple. That's the Buddha explained about the Arakama Dhatu. If you want to start your own business, try to start. That's called the point. Starting point mean Arakama Dhatu. And then the second one is the Parakama Dhatu. Parakama Dhatu means after you start your own business, the middle of the period. So you have to confront many kind of struggle. You have to confront many kind of barriers. So you have to face that. The Buddha also, when he was trying to get the enlightenment of Buddhahood, he had to face many kind of struggle. He had to face many kind of the barriers. But Buddha never gave up. He never gave up. He won the match finally, right? He was able to get the attainment, I mean Buddhahood. So Buddha never gave up. Like that way, if you try to start your own business or your own way, you will have to confront many kind of problems. Don't give up. At the final one, Buddha explained Parakkama Dhatu, Arambhaka Dhatu, Nikkama Dhatu, and final one is the Parakkama Dhatu. So that way, you need to succeed your end of your goal or your target. That's the 3 point explained Buddha. If you start your own business, that's the Buddha explained the accomplishment of effort. Okay, the second one is in Vyagapajja Sutta, Buddha explained the accomplishment of watchfulness. That means Uttana Sampada, Arakka Sampada. That's the second one. Keep it in your mind. The second one is the accomplishment of watchfulness or protection. That means Arakka Sampada. If you earn a lot of money, so you have to watchfulness or you have to protect it. Otherwise, what will happen to you? So you working hard, you protecting so many money. When you come back tomorrow, if it is lost, what happened to you? You will feel so sad. You will feel so bad. That's why Buddha explained you have to protect from whom? From by the acquisition by the king and maybe by the thieves and fire and water, flood, or the person who you don't, the person who you do not like. Those kind of things you have to protect the money that you earn. That's the second one. That's called in Vyagapajja Sutta watchfulness or Arakka Sampada. There's a third one. Which one is the third one? Third one is the Kalyana Mittata. Kalyana Mittata, that's the Pali word. If you translate it into English, it's called Kalyana Mittata means good friendship. Good friendship. If you earn a lot of money, that's the good point, right? We all have the friends, but we don't know who is the best friend, who is the good friend, we don't know. In that Buddha's way, Buddha's teaching, Buddha explained 4 kind of good friends and 4 kind of bad friends. Buddha explained 4 kind of good friends as Samana. That's the first friend. Samana means the friend who has, he always take care of your life and your family life. Those kind of friends, I don't know, you can guess and you can imagine what kind of friends do you have. When I talk like this, some friends you have Samana and other friends Samana Sukha Dukkha. Some friends we are associated with us when we have in trouble and also when we are with happy time. Those friends stay with us with that both situation. We call that Sukha Dukkha. Samana Sukha Dukkha. And other friend is Attakkai. Attakkai means he always make your life happy. And always when we, sometimes some people, when we stay with the friends with the society, with our all friends, some people, they are admiring us in front of the other people, but when we are not there, they criticize our charity. That's the friends, the situation. But if someone if someone good friend, he is not doing like that way. Whether you stay there or not, all the time, he never criticize your charity. He protect your charity. And last one, he is the Samana Subhadukha Attakkai and Anukampaka. Always he thinking about you with the kind mind. Always he try to make you happy. Always he try to take care of you and take care of your family members, your life, everything. That's the 4 kind of good friends Buddha explained. So try to find out those kind of friends. If you think just moment right now, if you don't have this kind of friend, at least try to with the qualified with you to others, your friend. If you don't have this kind of qualities, friend, try to make this kind of qualities in your life to others. That's the best thing. Normally we cannot, it's not easy to find out the good friend with those kind of qualities. I know that. But you can make this kind of qualities to others, right? That's the best thing. That's the best teaching of the Buddhism. The Buddha never criticized any other religious, any other people. The Buddha explained all the times, you have to try to be a better person for others. Everything is belong to us. So we have to be a nice person. You cannot make others happy. Sometimes when the Buddha was uttering the Dhamma, sometimes there are so many bad people in surrounding the Buddha's area. But Buddha never tried to make them make them as a good person. Buddha always explained, try to be you as a good person. So even you earn a lot of money, you have to find out a good friend like that way. The final one is those are the three factors Buddha explained to as a householder make your life happy. And the final one is Kalyanamittata and Samajivikata. Samajivikata means balanced livelihood or well balanced life. That's also important thing, right? Some people just like wood apple eater, right? If someone needs to eat one apple, they normally step by step climb the tree, and he shake all branches, and then all the flowers, all the ripe apples and the baby apples, everything falling down, and he just come down and take the ripe apple and eat. Others, what he do? Throw away. Some people do like that. They just wanted to show up to the world, to the society, are just like a rich man. But they don't understand who I am, how much I get my income. And Buddha explained, to a well-balanced life, what we have money, so we have to spend regarding and related to our income. So sometimes people, their income maybe if you guess 2,000 per month, so they try to spend money 5,000. That's the way people are doing, right? They just wanted to show up. I'm like a rich person, I'm like this kind of person, that kind of person. They just wanted to show up. That's not the real truth. That's the Buddha explained. So you have to well balance your life. And Buddha's way, Buddha explained with the stanza how we can well balance the life. Ekena boge bunchaya, dihi kamang payojaya, chatuttancha nidapeya, abadasu bhavisate. That means, ekena boge bunchaya. Okay, just think about the 1 quarter, right? You have only 1 quarter, right? So Buddha explained, you can spend 1 quarter. If you have a $1, you can spend 1 quarter for what? Ekena boge bunchaya, for your day-to-day life, for your survival. So your food and for your donation, for your clothes, your dress, your sneakers, and you make your life happy, right? Spend the 1 quarter. Then you have 3 quarters to complete $1, right? So 2 quarters is spent for your business. That's the Buddha's teaching, how you can manage your money in 4 ways. 1 quarter for your day-to-day life and for your survival, for your foods and for everything. And 2 quarters for the Vihi Kammang Payoje, I mean for your businesses and for your career, for your jobs. And the final one is 1 quarter you have to save someplace. I mean maybe in the bank account, right? I don't know, in the Buddha's period they did have the bank account or anything. I don't know about that, right? But at the present society, we all have so many bank accounts, right? Then here we know the Chase bank account and Bank of America bank account and the city, so many banks. You can save at least 1 quarter. For what? In case something happened to you or your family members, you can get back to that money to use for that one. We don't know our life, right? Our life is always as my friend said, you Buddhism always talking about the impermanence, life is getting decayed, and that's the nature of the world, right? If something happened to us, we have to have money for that one. That's the Buddha explained. keep it and save 1/4 that you have money in some place. Now it's easy for everybody to save that money 1/4 in the bank account. If you don't have a bank account already, go ahead today also, or maybe at today's class, go tomorrow itself and open a bank account, right? It will be very helpful to you. One day, in case if something happened, you or your family members. There are 4 factors to discuss more details about, but I think the time is flying. We don't have the time to talk about that much about that topic. I think that will be very helpful to you to make your life very enjoyable and happy. So I'm very happy and very glad to talk to you about, and thank you very much for being here to listen my Dhamma talk, and also all the monks, and thank you for the abbot of the International Buddhist Meditation for giving this chance to me. I wish you all have a better and well-being life. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rathanasara. If you have any question, any comment, we have a little time, 5 minutes. Yes.
Okay, Ben.
They really good job. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So I just had a clarifying question on right livelihood. Some of us may be in the business of providing advice to clients, like lawyers, financial advisors, accountants. Is it considered right livelihood to provide advice to a client who's in the business of selling weapons?
No, especially in that topic, Buddha never appreciate, Buddha never accept to sell about the guns or any kind of things, but it's so brilliant of questions. So I don't know, in my way, I recommend not to explain about selling guns, what you can get money. I don't know, but the Buddha, honestly, Buddha completely reject to those kind of the businesses.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense, because we've got a lot of defense companies
Right.
here in the South Bay,
Mm-hmm.
and I think what I'm hearing is, from a Buddhist perspective, if you're in the business of providing advice, maybe best to steer away from those types of clients.
So I don't know, but in my point of view, so that's my explanation. I don't know others, and the professors here, he will explain a little bit more about that.
So with anything like that, the discussion is always more nuanced. Some people can make the case that the fact that the Buddha would give advice to kings that were sometimes in the job of protecting their kingdom and had armies and armies had weapons, But I would say that for those kind of issues, we have to start with ourselves first, So we're trying to be someone of integrity. So that means that we want to do our job well. But that means that we also need to be careful of what we do in terms of our thoughts, our words, and our deeds, right? So when it comes to giving advice to someone who's in that line of work, we have to be really careful about the kind of advice we give. If they have, let's say, an opportunity to diversify the kind of work they're doing, and they can start doing more charitable things, that'd be great advice to give them. Like, oh, well, why don't we, if we're in the business of cutting down trees, why don't we start planting some trees too and try to make up for the ones we cut down, things like that. But I would look at the kind of examples that we have when the Buddha was talking to kings, and specifically when these kings were very power hungry sometimes and wanting to expand their empire. And he was encouraging them to do what they needed to do out of compassion, do what they were doing out of good reasons. But oftentimes we might come across someone who's in it for all the wrong reasons. And so we need to have the integrity to walk away from clients like that if we need to, so we can hold our heads high, right? So if we're in that line of work where we have multiple clients, we may have the freedom to choose and be more selective in our clients, and maybe for the time being we may not, but we can look for opportunities in the future when we're surrounded with people of integrity. And so that would be one way of thinking about it. it gets really tricky. Like I've had people come up to me, not because they're in that position, but because they work for a company that's involved in, say, a military contracts and things like that. And there was one person where it turns out that their job was not all that involved in the process. I mean, they were just basically, a pencil pusher, putting numbers into stuff, doing things like that. And, I had to encourage this person to, okay, if it's really weighing on your conscience, find a different line of work. But in the meantime, while you still have this job, do it well. Do it within your abilities. Do it with a sense of integrity, understanding what is right and wrong. But, understand where you are in the process, and if it is weighing on your conscience, find something different. And so that's another way of looking at our conduct, our virtue in the first place, is that oftentimes when the Buddha says don't do a thing, it's for multiple reasons. One reason is because of the effect it has on others, but the other is the effect it has on our own minds. Like if you're doing a particular thing and you seem to have a guilty conscience about it, that's an indication you might need to do something different. Not to say that that's what's happening with you, but in our own lives, we might be doing something and it just feels wrong. And so that's a moment to investigate and see why. And if it does seem to be something that doesn't align with the morals, the virtues that we develop as Buddhists, then we try to find as graceful an exit as we can. We don't have to burn the whole building down. We can sometimes find more gentle ways of changing our lives slowly. I hope that's helpful.
Yes. Thank you both.
Yes, Anand. Oh, yes, Russell.
Yeah, thank you for your helpful talk. One of the things, not just in the U.S., but in many countries, we are citizens, and then we pay taxes to the government. And then, of course, what we think as individual and what the government might do is quite different. Like, in the U.S., they might pay taxes, and maybe a lot of it is used to fight a certain type of war and this and that, or buy, or weapons and things that we don't really agree with. So that really makes it difficult because, you might be individual, but then you also are a member of a country or state or something, and they have different policies. Of course, as Stephen said, I guess we could try to influence them, and I guess at different universities, for instance, where I work, a lot of times students had protests against divestment from South Africa and other countries, but of course now with, say, Israeli gather, it's very complicated because you could be arrested for, these kind of things. It's really difficult nowadays to be a Buddhist and a citizen, an individual, and a member of the state, or whatever country you happen to be in. Right? So, it's not a problem, it's just difficult.
Okay, yeah. So your question is, as you are a citizen, you have to pay the taxes to the government. So government use those kind of taxes to selling weapons, and that's your question, right? Okay. So I have an example. Just think about, you are the doctor, right? So I'm the patient. I have a big surgery. Your goal is to protect my life, save my life. Unfortunately, if I died, you think you get in the bad activities, bad sinful thoughts? Do you think that? No. Your goal, your target is to protect or save my life, not to kill my life, right? Just think about that. If you think that is the normal situations going on the country, right? You don't worry about if I pay my taxes, they will use those kind of taxes, that money to kill or sell the weapons or doing those kind of bad activities. Don't think about that. Just focus. You have to focus your thought, right? Don't think about other one. That's the only the teaching I have to give you. Don't think about those kind of things. That's not doing by you, right? So that's doing by the government or some others, not by me. So my explanation is not to think about that one. I don't know others have any answers for that one. I don't know.
Bhakta, thank you for, I'm going to read that sutta so I can be ready
If you wanted to be rich, read about it. It's belong to the Anguttara Nikaya, the sutta called Vyagga Pajja Sutta. Yes.
Bhante, is it okay if I say one thing? One time the Buddha, he gave advice to the wrong person, and that person used that advice in a very harmful way. For the King Ajasattu had sent him, and he said, I'm going to destroy the Lichavis.
Right.
Go and ask the Buddha what he says about that.
Yeah.
And the Buddha tells him, as long as the Lichavis practice these 7 things, they will never be conquered. And that person interpreted like, oh, you're right, we cannot conquer them, so we're going to go and we're going to spread propaganda to disunite them. And so some of the things were like, if they respect their elders, if they respect the shrines. So he went over there and told, oh, you gotta not respect the elders. You got to destroy the shrines. You got to not respect the women. And eventually, like in a couple of years, that kingdom fell.
Right.
So just have mindfulness. Sometimes we give the advice and if the people's mind is corrupted, they're gonna interpret it however they want.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you for a very loving, smart talk. I'm always happy, it's always good to realize in Buddhism there's so much practicality.
Yeah,
about
that's true.
living. And that's the wonderful thing about our religion. So thank you for
You're welcome.
showing that.
Thank you, Venerable Rathanasara. I think we don't have time. I just want to mention few things. These sutras Buddha teach 2,500 years ago for the Indian society. Okay, but it does work for the 21st century also, even for America or any countries. So whatever countries you are, even any countries, you have to pay the tax. That's the truth. Not only this time, even Buddha's time, king is saying pay the tax for the government. And we don't know what is king doing. He's having sometime, 500 some wife, the many palace or whatever doing, we don't know. So we have to pay the tax. We don't know what is going for that tax money, whatever way. It's big project. We don't have to talk, basically. Thank you again for everybody. We will chant page 4 and page 10. That's it. Thank you. Namo tassa
bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Buddham saranam gacchami, Dhammam saranam gacchami, Sangham saranam gacchami. Sentient beings are numberless. I vow to say them all. Dueling's passions are inhospitable. I vow to end them all. Dharma gates are limitless. I vow to study them all. Buddha's way is supreme. I vow to attain it. May suffering ones be suffering free, and the fear-struck fearless be. May the grieving shed all grief, and the sick find health relief.
Yeah.
thank you again for
Asai.
everybody.
Asai.
We have tea and
Asai.
cookies. And next Sunday, Reverend Kusala is going to give a Dhamma talk. That's it. I think we missed the Nam today. Yes. He's taking rest back home. He have to go to the eye surgery for the Wednesday. He's putting some medicine for his eyes right now. For the cataract surgery, I believe.
Thank you.
He's going to drop to the hospital and pick up from hospital also. So we told him to just wait in the home, take a rest. So he will back next Sunday with the new eye, I believe. It looks like. So anyway, we wish for everybody good luck and happiness and good health also. Again, I want to say for the person who donate for the chat, I mean, this is the big money actually. Each page more than $300, $325, $30, 3,000 something like the person is donate. We wish him for the good luck, good health also all the times. Whenever we sitting here, whenever we're doing here, we feel good, and all the merits go to that person. Again, thank you for being with us here today, and by the power of the Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha, you all be well and happy. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.